Good morning, worshipers. Real fast. I want to stop through to just remind us to make sure that we are seeking God and fasting. Praise God, we should be practicing. However, I want to stop through. We're going to stick on the same thing from yesterday. It's just in my spirit about tuning into God's voice, tuning into his voice. And also, I went back and I was reading day 10 of our prayer book that we're reading as a whole with the body. And the part where he said you can only go as far for God as you have time with God. And that right there, guys, was like, let's go back to yesterday. Let's go back to our tuning into him, but taking time today, like for real time, putting aside some time for him, not just Mary had a little lamb prayer when I wake up, when I go to bed, but putting aside some time for him, because we know if you don't build that foundation, that as soon as something happens, everything's gonna crumble and fall. The house is going to fall. Luke 6:48 talks about a carpenter that was building the house, and how when the storms came, because he had built his house on the rock, on the solid rock, that the winds, the waves, the swollen stream, when it broke, he was okay. The house was okay because he was built on the solid rock. So again, guys, let's go back to yesterday, what we're seeking God, just tuning into him. But today, let's add some time for him, okay? Running in, just like I said, that Mary had a little lamb prayer. God, thank you for this day. And, that let's give him some real time today, guys. Seeking him, making sure here's our foundation. Thank you for practicing. Thank you. Thank you. But beyond that, we need that time with him. We need to be able to hear him. We need to be tuned into him. All right. I love you guys so much. His word says that my sheep, they hear me. They follow me. They can hear me tell them something, and they can do it because they know my voice. So let us tune into his voice. Let's give him the time today for real time, worship time, because our song is not a worship song, our lifestyle. We should be have a lifestyle of worship. So again, let's just give him time today. Go, same thing from yesterday, tuning in, fasting until 12, praying, putting in, whatever you're putting in is what you're going to get out. If you're putting in secular music, or if you're putting in TV and just a lot of different stuff, that's what's going to come out. So while you're fasting, please, I'm asking you to make sure that you're listening to music that is edifying God, that's lifting him up, because he's worthy and he deserves our time. I love you, worshipers. We know that SWORD is surrendered worshipers orchestrating and rendering dance. And I've said this, and you'll hear me say it continually. We can orchestrate and render as much dance as we want to, but if we're not surrendered worshipers, we're just a dance group. We might as well be another breaking or hip lock. I don't know what it's called anymore because I am so old now, but we used to have groups back in the day where we did pop lock and all of that. So we might as well be one of those groups if we don't have the S and the W, the surrendered worshipers. But I know and I believe that God have placed me with people that desire to worship him, to be surrendered worshipers, so we can orchestrate and render dance unto him. Have a great day.